Welcome back to Mike Drop Sports and our week 2 of the preseason recap of the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Buffalo Bills. And this will just be a quick recap, as tomorrow we will put out a more in-depth episode and break down this game a little bit further. But I just wanted to give a couple quick thoughts immediately after the game. And I wanted to say the Pittsburgh Steelers offense looked pretty damn good under the direction of Kenny Pickett and company. His ability to go to Allen Robinson and get some tough yards. Allen getting hit hard and being able to come down with it and make a nice catch. His ability to be able to go to George Pickens to pick up a quality first down. Then you have Kenny's ability to be able to slide and move around in the pocket and move that pocket, which is really nice to see. And he just looks like a sheer veteran. And then you had another bright spot in Jaylen Warren with a 62-yard touchdown run. When he hit that second level, you just felt after that line opened up a monster hole, you just seen that burst and you knew he was gone. You knew he was going to score on that play. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers defense playing tough, getting the ball back for that Pittsburgh Steelers team, and the special teams coming through with Calvin Austin III and a big 52-yard punt return. And then what happens, guys? Kenny Pickett comes out as the veteran he seems to be playing like, comes out with a nice laser down the seam to Pat Freiermuth for a 25-yard touchdown pass, and that is it. That was enough for the first team offense. Mike Tomlin had seen enough. Those guys come out in an exploding fashion and really bully the Buffalo Bills quickly, putting points up on the board, which we haven't been accustomed to in quite some time in Pittsburgh. An offense able to strike so fast, so quickly, and that is a really nice thing to see here in Pittsburgh. And the offense did move forward in several instances, having nice plays. I thought Connor Hayward is a bright spot. He's becoming one of those guys that you can just trust, and he'll get you a catch when needed. Also, I thought Allen Robinson played tough at times when he was in there. George Pickens looked good with his one catch that I seen him make. Anthony McFarland, I thought he all in all played well, but I seen a little bit of that dancing around a little bit again. I thought he had a nice screen pass from Mitch, running catch. Didn't amount in a first down, but it was still a nice play. I thought he was an average guy tonight, and I thought he did some quality things, but I thought he still was maybe reverting back to some of the stuff he did last year with the dancing around stuff. But all in all, I think he's made major improvements so far this offseason, and it's showing in the preseason. Mitchell Trubisky played pretty decent, in my opinion. I thought he played well. Once he got comfortable, he was able to settle in and do some things. I thought Darnell Washington proved that he is a presence down low, causing 2 pass interference penalties in a row. One time he was double covered and they still had to interfere to stop it. The next time he was out on an island by himself, drawing that pass interference penalty. It's almost like you have to interfere with a guy like Darnell because he's so damn big and he's so impossible to cover that he's going to get it if you don't interfere. And that's something special that the Steelers need to have down low in that red zone area, and especially down against the goal line when you need a guy like Darnell that can come in and block, come in and catch, and draw those types of penalties and keep your hopes alive for 7 instead of 3. So several bright spots on that Pittsburgh Steelers offense. I seen Calvin Austin III getting some first team snaps. I thought he played well on special teams. I really like Calvin Austin III. I think he's going to be a bright spot also for this team. Moving on to the defense. The defense had they were very consistent throughout the depth chart, in my opinion. Yes, they let up some plays, but they never gave up just so many that it broke them to where they gave up scores. They always came up with that timely turnover. Nick Herbig is a shining star in this preseason so far, and he was my player of the game, causing a forced fumble or two. the kid applies pressure. Just when you think you haven't heard his name in the game, boom, there he comes. He's coming. And his ability to rush in that first step and getting out around that edge, it was just something special to watch. And I really enjoyed watching Nick Herbig. And I thought he played an excellent ball game. And you had the turnovers. Joey Porter Jr. getting his first interception as an NFL player. And I thought all in all, he played really well. You didn't hear his name a lot, which is a good thing, but you heard his name on that interception. He did give up his first catch there at the beginning in his first play to Diggs, which was a quick one, but he recovered well, made the tackle. He did get blown up by that lineman, but he stood up, got right back up in his face, and was ready to go. So I thought all in all, Joey Porter Jr. looked pretty decent. Elijah Riley, at times, I thought he was giving up some pass plays that he shouldn't, but then he gets that interception. Shandon Sullivan with that interception to start the second half. So Alex Highsmith, what a bright spot. His motor don't quit, guys. And I remember Josh Allen scrambling around, and Alex Highsmith never quit on the play and eventually sacked him on that play. Alex playing the run really, really well. I thought Golden played really well on the edge for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I thought the inside linebackers weren't as bad as they should be, or some may think they should be. I thought they played really well. I thought Tanner Muse had a good game. Several other bright spots on that defense. I didn't like Patrick Peterson giving up a couple balls right in front of him. Levi Wallace, he gave up one that I didn't like, but he did make some nice tackles for loss there at the beginning. Things of that nature, but all in all, that Steelers defense looked really solid against this Buffalo Bills team. And then I like the special teams. The special teams, like we said, with that big punt return from Calvin Austin III. I thought another bright spot on this special teams was Presley Harvin. Presley Harvin had, I'm telling you, one of his best nights as a Steeler. He was putting it where it needed to be. They weren't big, booming punts, but they were properly placed punts. They were field-changing punts, and that's what you need out of Harvin. You need him to be able to hit it where he needs to hit it. I mean, those are big plays, and they change field position, and they change games. And if Harvin isn't on top of his game, you have no use for him. And I think he realizes that this is it, man, that he's got to make a stand and really solidify himself as the punter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think tonight's performance was one of his best as a Pittsburgh Steeler in any regular season or preseason at any time. I think this was one of his shining moments, and I think he really did well. I thought the kickoff coverage was really well. I thought they really gang tackled, got down the field quickly, hustled to the football. So many bright spots. And I just wanted to get on here, quickly break that down for you guys, and just really let everyone know what I thought about that Pittsburgh Steelers initial jolt there, where they really whooped up, I thought, on the Bills. And I thought that was something special to see after the ass beating we took last year at Orchard Park. I thought we really needed to come out, and Kenny needed to make a statement. It was nice to see DeMar Hamlin out there playing. That was pretty cool. I feel bad for the one Bills offensive lineman. Doyle is his last name. He looked to have another significant leg injury after coming back from an ACL injury. You feel bad for a guy like that who's worked his ass off to get to where he is. So that's just a tough spot to be in. They carted him off the field. So tomorrow we're going to get a better episode, a more in-depth breakdown of the game. I took many notes during the game. So we're really going to break down and recap this game tomorrow and see where we're at in some of these position battles, and see where we're at on in terms of just growth and progress over this camp period and preseason period so far. So tune back in tomorrow. There will be another episode dropping tomorrow. But until next time, we'll see you, and keep on coming back to Mike Drop Sports.